some of you, and I think I'm promoting you, please go and follow Muhoozi on Twitter. Chief of Defense Forces tweets having killed 24 political opponents.
Mu kwogera kwe mu Washington DC, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu akakasizza nti General Muhoozi yeewaana okutta abantu bano ba human rights expert era nga bano balwanira eddembe ly'obuntu mu nsi yonna ate ng'abamu baaliko ba former government officials ab'enjawulo omuli ne yali akwira ebintu enteekateeka za Ukraine ate kw'ossa n'eggwanga eri America. Bano basalawo kinene nnyo era bazina amapesa ge bagenda okunyonyogera era bwe yadde apostinga yataddeko nti kigozi essaawa yonna nkusaba sokolenge obaka buno nsaba obutambuze ebimu ku byabaddewo ebyenjawulo bwebwenu byayogedde mu kiro ekikeseza olwaleero.
To speak less because he helps us, he puts everything, and whatever he tweets we believe it is in many ways the Entebbe talk, and tweets that he wants, he orders his military publicly to look for the presidential candidate that is challenging his father and bring his testicles. I apologize for my crude language, but he tweeted and ordered that my testicles should be delivered to him. Interestingly, the following day, he was standing shoulder to shoulder with diplomats, having dinner with ambassadors of democracies. So this, in many ways, is a slap in the faces of those that talk about human rights, that talk about democracy. And it speaks to the silent acceptance of this. So I want to say this, that maybe this impunity wouldn't be happening. Maybe this dictatorship wouldn't be accepted. And maybe these authoritarian leaders would not be behaving like this. But because their actions are seemingly acceptable by the inaction and by the blind eye that is given to them, then it keeps growing. Now, abductions are the order of the day in Tanzania, they're the order of the day in Kenya. Don't be shocked when they are the order of the day in other countries. I could have gone on and on and on and on, but maybe I'll stop here. And I like to make my conversations interactive. I apologize, I'm still healing from that recent trauma. I tend to pinch myself to make sure I wake up from the ordeal and confirm that I'm surely out of Uganda because I had to escape from my own country. Many of my friends that are perceived and thought to have helped me, some of them, I'm told, have been shot and killed. When I was nominated to run for president, the Electoral Commission gave me 16 police officers to man my security, like they did with all other presidential candidates. Interestingly, after my exit from the country, all of them were rounded up and detained. I'm told that 9 of them were dismissed from the police with disgrace. They are being accused of aiding me to exit the country, while others are still in detention. So much has gone on. Many political activists are still detained. Many of our comrades are still detained. But I hear that they are suggesting to have negotiations with the government to allow me to return to my country and to allow the political party I lead to be recognized as a legitimate political party. So I wonder what they nominated to run for president. I could go, like I said, I could go on and on and on, but maybe I'll take the questions. I thank you very much for listening to me, and I thank you, fellow panelists. Thank you very much. To be the highest moral body, the Interreligious Council. Now, the Interreligious Council comprises of religious leaders, leaders of all the religious sects that come together in what is supposed to be a moral body. They went to my house when I was being looked for, when the son of the president was tweeting every day, giving me 48 hours to show up or you'll find me and kill me, ordering soldiers to look for me everywhere and kill me. Again, my wife and family was under house arrest. They did not have food because nobody was allowed to go in my house. or come out of my house. But when the Interreligious Council went to my house, what they were asking my wife to do, number one, there were two things. First is to warn me not to destabilize the country. And two, asking whether I'm willing to sit down with General Museveni. And I've said it many times, that we are not disagreeable to dialogue, but not transactional dialogue. And also reasserting ourselves that it's only free people that negotiate. And our negotiation should be about a transition and what works for our country, not how much money I want or what position I want as an individual. Now this has also been a big problem to us. We find ourselves in the United States and not in any country in Africa. Why? Because we believe that it is countries like the United States that wield power and influence over authoritarians like General Museveni. We are aware that for a long time the United States was giving up to $1 billion annually to Uganda in security cooperation. So we have always been requesting not just the United States but other development partners like the EU and the UK that this aid should be conditioned to values.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yenze Haji Arun omusomi w'edduwa asangibwe Bulumagi ku luguudo lw'Ejjinja nkola ku bintu ebyenjawulo ng'emuli endwadde zitawaanya abantu aba bulijjo. Nkola ku abo bonna abalina ebizibu mu mukwano. Bw'oba olina ebizibu mu mukwano jangu gye ndi neeyonera nsobole okumalira ensonga. Nkola ku mikisa egy'emirimu, nkola ku abo abaagala okugenda ebweru, muntu nk'okozesebwa amajiini, okozesebwa saitwani, ebyo byonna mbikolako. Osobola okozesa ennamba z'olaba ku screen oba okuweereza obubaka ku WhatsApp.
Values that we all profess: democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. Unfortunately, it has many times played up as if the US and other development partners are only interested in diplomacy and not democracy. And that we believe that the more we and you friends echo that desire, that is what's going to work. Many times the US seems to be persuaded by security cooperation, but not democracy, not the promotion of human rights, which is very disturbing in our case. Now, Professor mentioned it in the case of Tanzania, that in Tanzania, the citizens look at the government like a parent. I wish we could look at the government like a parent, but for us, the government in Uganda is looked at, in fact, the president is looked at as a king, and we are subjects. And the son of the president plays it right, because he's not shy to go on social media and say, well, I cannot wait for Muhoozi to step aside so I can take my inheritance. For clarity, I would request some of you, and I think I'm promoting him, please go and follow Muhoozi on Twitter. That will help us, to speak less, because he helps us. He puts everything, and whatever he tweets, we believe it is in many ways their dinner table talk. Now, talking about trans-border repression, transnational repression. In the yesteryears, when people were struggling for freedom and for democracy, particularly in Uganda, they would run to Kenya, they would run to Tanzania. But when I was running out of my country, I could not board a plane in Kenya. I could not board a plane in Tanzania. I had to run as far as 3-4 countries away, because General Museveni is more like the godfather of the region. Dr. Kizza Besigye, the guy who mentored us and a veteran freedom fighter and political activist and opposition leader, was picked from Kenya. He was abducted from Kenya by the Ugandan security. He was driven across the border in a car trunk and only showed up in Uganda in a military court. This has happened many times. My sister Agatha is here. My brother from Kenya, Boniface Mwangi, faced the same plight when they went to stand with our brother Tundu Lissu in Tanzania. This goes on and on and on and on.